The airports are still open, but the runways are quiet. The planes are motionless. Seaside boardwalks that once bustled with life now echo with silence. Hotel rates are still listed, but the rooms remain empty and dark. Beneath the surface, something is beginning to fracture. And it's more than just the economy. It's the heartbeat of entire states. Famous destinations are falling silent, not because of disaster, but because of mismanagement, poor decisions, and something more troubling. People have simply stopped coming. So which states are already falling apart? And which could be next? Stay tuned, because these 10 places aren't just losing visitors. They're running out of time. Number 10, Florida. The palm trees still sway, and the magic of theme parks still draws a smile. But beyond the sunshine and blue skies, something feels off. Florida, long a powerhouse in American tourism, is now on shaky footing. The state has long relied on international visitors, especially Canadians. But in 2025, something changed. Those travelers simply stopped coming. Flight bookings from Canada to Florida dropped a staggering 70% for the spring and summer seasons. That's not a slowdown, it's a collapse. That's triggered a projected $2.1 billion loss and put 14,000 tourism jobs at risk. From Miami to Clearwater, hotels are offering deep discounts, and once busy restaurants are closing early. But the real issue goes beyond travel. Florida's economy relies heavily on tourism. When visitors stop coming, the ripple effect hits everything from real estate to retail. Domestic travel can't fill the gap. Overseas tourists tend to stay longer and spend more. What's behind the sudden shift? Some blame inflation and travel costs. Others point to global tensions, stricter borders, or simple burnout. Whatever the reason, the warning signs are everywhere. Empty hotel lobbies, struggling businesses, and a fragile economy. Meanwhile, the state has no real backup plan. Number 9, New York. The skyline still amazes and the city lights still dazzle. But look beyond the glow and you'll notice the silence. Streets that once overflowed with tourists now feel strangely empty. New York City, once the epicenter of global tourism, is seeing a clear decline. In 2025, city leaders had expected 67 million visitors. Now that number's been revised to 64 million, a shortfall of 3 million. What's alarming is that 2/3 of that loss comes from international travelers. And they're not just casual visitors, they stay longer and spend more. Their absence hits New York's economy hard. For a city where nearly half of tourism dollars come from abroad, that's a serious problem. Why the downturn? Rising prices, global inflation, a strong dollar, growing fears over safety and cleanliness. It's turning visitors away. Less tourism also means less tax revenue. That puts pressure on public services and infrastructure. New York is still iconic, but cracks are forming. Could this be the start of a bigger urban slowdown? Number 8, Hawaii. From the sky, Hawaii still looks like a dream. Clear blue waters, green mountains, and golden beaches create a postcard-perfect view. But once you land, the reality is a little more complicated. In 2025, tourism, the lifeblood of the islands, is slipping. International arrivals from Japan and Canada, once dominant markets, have fallen sharply. And with them, dollars are disappearing. But here's the bigger issue. It's not just fewer people. It's that each visitor is spending less. Across the major islands, average visitor spending has dropped. Even in Oahu and Maui, hotel bookings are down to levels not seen since the pandemic. What's behind this? A tough combination: rising airfare, post-wildfire recovery challenges in Maui, tighter vacation rental restrictions, and mounting frustration among residents about over-tourism. Now, tourism businesses are closing. Workers are losing hours or walking away. And with tourism accounting for over 20% of the state's economy, there's no fallback plan. If the decline continues, Hawaii may be facing not just an economic crisis, but a cultural one too. Number 7, Arizona. Arizona still looks like a desert success story. Sun-soaked cities, scenic trails, and iconic landmarks drawing visitors year-round. But in 2025, that shine is fading fast. Visitor spending has dropped nearly 7%, and the blow is being felt across the board, from luxury resorts in Sedona to Grand Canyon tour guides. The real shocker? International tourism is down over 10%, with Canadian travel, once a major source, plummeting. What's behind the decline? Record-breaking heat waves have made summer travel unbearable. Water shortages and wildfire threats are rising. Airfare is more expensive than ever. And there's a bigger issue. Arizona has been building fast, banking heavily on tourism and real estate. Now that growth is stalling, construction has slowed, Short-term rentals sit empty. Restaurants, spas, and golf resorts are cutting back or closing. Meanwhile, Arizona's famous landscapes are under pressure. Overuse is forcing tighter access rules, making it harder for tourists to explore. Arizona's tourism isn't crashing yet, but the warning signs are everywhere. And what comes next could reshape the future of American travel. Number 6, Louisiana. The streets of Louisiana still hum with jazz. The scent of gumbo still drifts from corner kitchens. But Louisiana, one of America's most iconic cultural treasures, is facing a silent crisis. In 2025, tourism in Louisiana isn't just declining, it's stalling. New Orleans, the heart of it all, has seen a drop of over 20% in international visitors. With fewer tourists come fewer dollars, and now hotels, restaurants, and event venues are feeling the strain. Why is this happening? A combination of high crime rates, relentless summer heat, inflation, and more frequent hurricanes have made Louisiana a harder sell. Travelers are choosing destinations that feel safer, cooler, and more predictable. For a state where tourism supports over 200,000 jobs, this isn't just bad news, it's a red flag. Louisiana's deep culture is world famous, but it may not be enough to shield it from a shrinking and uncertain travel economy. Number 5, Missouri. From riverboats to barbecue, Missouri built its brand on heartland charm and hands-on experiences. But in 2025, that charm is starting to fade. Tourism is stalling across the state, and the numbers are raising alarms. Cities like St. Louis, Kansas City, and Branson have seen steep drops in visitor spending. In some areas, hotel bookings are down by as much as 12%. Branson, once known for its bustling theaters and family attractions, is seeing fewer tour buses, fewer seniors, and quieter streets. Many shows have closed, and even longtime performers are stepping away. St. Louis faces an even tougher challenge. Crime headlines have scared off convention planners and casual travelers alike. Major events are relocating, and downtown hotels are slashing prices just to fill rooms. Kansas City, despite investing in a new airport terminal, hasn't seen the tourism surge it expected. Missouri's biggest vulnerability? Its dependence on domestic road trippers. As gas prices rise and household budgets tighten, families are skipping weekend getaways. This has hit smaller towns like Herman and Hannibal hard, with fewer guests, shorter stays, and dwindling revenue. Missouri's tourism slowdown is more than seasonal. It's a structural shift. And if it continues, even the state's strongest draws may not be enough to reverse the slide. Number 4, Illinois. Skyscrapers still rise over Lake Michigan. The river still winds through downtown Chicago. But beyond the postcard views, Illinois is quietly slipping into a tourism crisis in 2025. Chicago, the state's crown jewel, has seen international tourism drop by more than 14%. Conventions are shrinking, business travel is slowing, and tourist dollars are evaporating. The issue isn't just seasonal, it's structural. Perceptions of crime, fueled by relentless headlines, are driving away international visitors. Even domestic travelers, especially families, are opting for cities that feel safer and more affordable. But the struggle goes beyond Chicago. Places like Springfield, Peoria, and Rockford never fully recovered after the pandemic. Statewide historic landmarks, festivals, and Route 66 stops are reporting fewer crowds. Long stretches of the once bustling Mother Road now feel abandoned, with shuttered diners and empty gift shops. Adding to the challenge's cost, Illinois remains one of the highest taxed states in the country. Visitors face steep hotel taxes, pricey meals, and rising fees across attractions. For budget-conscious travelers, neighboring states offer better value. Tourism jobs are vanishing, thousands gone in just a year. That's not just hotel staff, it's waiters, guides, and local shop owners. For Illinois, this isn't just a tourism dip, it's a deeper economic warning. Number 3, Texas. Texas, the Lone Star State, famous for its boldness and size, is now facing a quiet but serious contraction. Tourism is slipping. In 2025, tourism industry is shrinking. Once known for its massive music festivals, world-famous BBQ, and bustling rodeos, Texas is now seeing some of its biggest attractions lose steam. In Austin, hotel occupancy downtown dropped over 11% this spring, and local music venues are reporting fewer crowds and shorter lines. The live music capital of the world is sounding a little quieter. San Antonio's Riverwalk, once packed with tourists year-round, is now struggling to fill tour groups and convention halls. Rising temperatures, breaking records each summer, are making travel uncomfortable, especially for families and older tourists. Meanwhile, Houston, once a magnet for international business travel and trade events, is seeing fewer incoming flights, fewer conferences, and more cancellations. Repeated power grid issues, hurricane threats, and infrastructure failures are making travelers think twice. Even Texas's smaller gems, places like Fredericksburg and Waco, are seeing declines in B&B bookings, winery visits, and small-town tourism. Rising prices, extreme heat, and inconsistent experiences are taking a toll. Texas continues to spend big on marketing, but the visitor experience is falling short. If this trend continues, tourism could become the state's most fragile giant. Number 2, Nevada. The neon lights still glow, and the slot machines keep spinning. But the crowds, they're just not there like they used to be. Luxury hotel suites remain empty. Once busy buffets sit half-stocked or closed altogether. Something is changing in Nevada, and it's not just bad luck at the blackjack tables. Las Vegas, the beating heart of the state's economy, has just experienced one of its most dramatic tourism declines in over 10 years. Strip visitation has dropped by more than 6%, and gaming revenue continues to decline. Here's why this matters. Nevada is one of the most tourism-dependent states in the U.S. When travelers stop coming, the entire economy feels it. Restaurant and hotel jobs disappear. Shows and nightlife fade. Even the housing market slows down as investors back away. But this isn't just a temporary dip. It could be the start of a long-term reset. What happens to a state when the spotlight fades? And what happens to the people whose entire livelihoods were built around the illusion of endless entertainment? Number 1, California. Golden sunsets, iconic highways, and the land of Hollywood dreams. But behind the beauty and fame, trouble is quietly rising. California, long seen as one of the most visited places on Earth, is starting to lose its shine. International tourism is shrinking, especially from Canada, the state's second largest source of foreign visitors. Once bustling cities like San Francisco, Anaheim, and key areas of Los Angeles are now seeing fewer tourists, falling hotel revenues, and more vacancy signs than ever before. The numbers speak loud and clear. Even though tourism spending surpassed $150 billion last year, 2025 is already showing signs of a serious slowdown. And the timing couldn't be worse. California's cost of living is soaring to record highs. Theme parks, coastal escapes, and wine country charm can only do so much without steady international attention. So, is the famous California dream starting to dim? Or are we witnessing the beginning of a long-term decline? There you have it, 10 U.S. states where tourism is collapsing fast, and the signs are only getting worse. From quiet airports to dark hotel rooms, the golden age of tourism in these places may be coming to an end. This isn't just a slump, but it's a warning sign. If these trends continue, more states could be next. What do you think? Will tourism bounce back, or is this the new normal? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, so you never miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.